So this is a really good question. It just came through on the Gym Owners Network this week, and it's Steve. Why do you think most gyms have a bad experience with their marketing agency? Well, first thing I want to say is like, sorry, I hate hearing stuff like this. I like to hear that people are investing into their business because a gym that invests into marketing is like a restaurant investing into food. It's not really an optional thing. It's a complete necessity. And as long as we can get a return on investment, we should be able to consistently market our business, consistently grow, and actually improve the profitability. Where I think we start to see a low return on investment or perhaps some level of dissatisfaction with different agencies, I think that can vary from a number of things. So I wrote down a couple of notes for this one. The first one is a lot of agencies overpromise and underdeliver. Now, without sort of pointing the finger or sort of associating this trend with any one brand, there's a whole heap of influence that came through that Alex Hormozy book of $100 million offers. And what we saw in the last couple of years is agencies flooding the market with these crazy offers. So the book he wrote is called $100 million offer. And his business, for example, the way he made his wealth was an agency called Gym Launch, which was built off the back of like doing free challenges. Once the free challenge thing exhausted the market and no one could do free challenges, he sold his business and he moved on to doing other stuff. The challenge is that when everyone went and did free challenges to copy him, again, the market is tired of it and therefore is very, very skeptical when they see these kind of big promises. And like you, should be skeptical when you hear that type of stuff. So when an agency says, we're going to give you 100 paid members in 14 days, I think it's just following that trend of Hormozy where you promise a really big thing, even if you're not sure how you can actually deliver on it. So number one, I'd say agencies over-promising and under-delivering. Other reasons why you might have a bad experience with a marketing agency is that the agency may have no fitness ownership, like a gym ownership experience, and it's all kind of theoretical or hypothetical. So they might have gone through college or even as a side gig just started doing ads or something. They reach out to the fitness industry, they see a few people that are interested, and unfortunately don't quite understand the nuances of the fitness industry of, a 35-year-old female frustrated that she's now starting to deposit, belly fat just below the belly button as hormonal changes take part. The frustration of stubborn body fat appearing on the backs of the arms that never occurred in the 20s. The challenge we face in these kind of busy lifestyles, we're trying to pay high rent or a high mortgage, yet we don't have a lot of time to exercise anymore. So these are things that you and I see every single day. These are things that we know far better than an agency who's just trying to do that sort of cut and paste. Hey, come and have a month free or come and do my free challenge style offers. So yeah, number one, I think overpromise and underdeliver. Number two is they don't have any real world experience in the fitness industry and probably don't know it as well as you do. So it doesn't always make sense to delegate to someone with less experience than you. Number three is I think some agencies are quite aggressive. So they might convince you to, increase your budget up to $2,000 a month. And you'll be seen on Facebook and Google ads and everywhere. And that's part of the marketing thing is being seen. But I think a common mistake is that there's no point of differentiation. It's literally cut and paste, the same offer, the same ad copy, and in a lot of cases, the exact same images than the other 100 gyms they're running ads for right now. And what I've sort of noticed is that it's really, really expensive to advertise like that. So if your agency is doing that, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to think, well, I'm paying the agency, but I'm also spending so much money to get a lead in the door. Yet the leads aren't always great value. They're often just emails that won't answer the phone. And as a result, you sort of, you pass on negative feedback to the agency like, hey, this isn't what I was hoping for. The challenge exists there because there's no point of differentiation. Instead of trying to understand what is your gym particularly good at, what is your point of difference, what have you done better than your competition, and trying to actually use that in the ad to stand out, they're just increasing the budget and trying to stand out by spending more of your money. So I think that's an important part to miss. Other notes that I've written down here, I think the gym owner can sometimes have unrealistic expectations. So you might have got into the fitness industry under the false assumption that small business is easy. Maybe you had a bit of a go at it yourself, and then you've gone, you know what, I'll pay an agency and that'll fix everything. Unfortunately, it doesn't fix much. Like an agency, particularly a marketing agency, is only going to help you with your marketing. So if you have issues with sales conversion, you'll be paying all this extra money to get a whole heap more people come in who don't join. So the sales component is equally as important. The other part is member retention. So again, you can delegate your marketing, you can get a bunch more people sort of inquiring, but if you don't actually have systems around developing your staff, around like delivering a 5-star service, you'll find that they come in and they go out. And it's crazy expensive. Think of like brands like Fitness First, like who had this huge turnover. All of their money has to keep going into marketing to find the next sucker to come in and actually sign up, because there is no system or process to deliver the result or the promise that they give people on day one. And they just go, all right, let's just find some more fresh meat. And that is not a great thing to do in a small town or even in a local area. You're actually going to run out of people a lot faster than someone like Fitness First. I think it's more important to deliver on your promise, protect your brand, make sure that you actually deliver on your promise, and put a bit more attention into things outside of marketing. Don't feel like, I just think it's a Band-Aid approach. That's one part of the fitness business. Don't disregard things like sales, things like recruitment and development, things like member retention. I think they're equally as important as well.